Welcome back, my dark means, to the Dark Void. Void ruled by me, now 51. And we're gonna be reacting to YongYea, and we're gonna be talking about Highguard. Live server goes radio silent despite launching 2 weeks. This, if you don't know, this Highguard, it's a trailer that came out announced during the Game Awards, which is the final thing that literally put everyone off. Basically, upset everybody because it was like another hero shooter. And it was at the end of the Game Awards, which is supposed to be the best part of the Game Awards because you get, whoa, like something's about to appear and everything. But in reality, it just entirely. Oh, sorry, if you hear noise in the background, it's just my. Because one of my family members basically has, for some reason, I don't know why, he puts like the volume on the TV like real loud. For some reason, I don't know why. But, and anyways. Yeah, basically, Highguard was basically the end of the night. It basically was announcing it, and of course, everyone was upset because it's from people that made Titanfall and I think something else. And people were just wondering, why is this game coming out? Why? Nobody wanted this because it's just another hero shooter. And now it's been radio silent, and we got like 2 more weeks, and there's been no trailers happening. Just to let you know, I was watching this earlier, and I decided, I'm going to react to this instead. So yeah, everyone's wondering if there's anything going to be talked about Highguard, anyone's going to be doing about Highguard, and everyone's wondering if this is even going to be coming out, and is this game dead on arrival, which I think if it does come out, I think it's going to die like in the first week, if I'm being generous here. And yeah, there's like nothing, or there's going to be announcements happening on the final week or before then, talk about, hey, look at all the trailer, we're going to be revealing this, or they're just going to shut it down, and we're never going to see this come out in the light of day. Either way, it's free, so people are going to try to check it out. Either way, yeah, it's been a lot of topics. So we're going to be wondering what's going to happen. All right, YongYea, take it away. You're going to see what he has to say here. All right.
Y'all remember Highguard?
Yes.
Wouldn't blame you if you didn't, given that the game has gone completely radio silent since its announcement.
Nobody
wondering what the hell is going on, because this is not normal. So you may recall that during the Game Awards 2025,
this should have been
December 11th,
before
2025,
like somewhere in the middle.
Highguard as the big finale. This was the final announcement that they made.
This should have been in the middle somewhere.
With the Game Awards, the final announcement is a pretty big deal, right? It's that one last thing. People are expecting something pretty grand.
It was supposed to be
something pretty hype. But Highguard, being the way the Game Awards 2025 concluded, really did the game, I think, a disservice because it really just raised people's expectations through the roof.
It did.
And what they got instead was a game that many people believe looks somewhat generic. If we scroll down here, you'll see that the likes to dislikes ratio for the
shooter game, whatever.
Trailer is pretty abysmal. And yeah, just about everyone is lambasting this game. Folks going as far as calling this Concord 2. This is dead on arrival live service.
Yeah,
it's even more skating if you go to
nobody's even talking about this.
IGN upload of the official reveal trailer. The likes to dislikes ratio is not any better. And yeah, basically people think the game visually just looks kind of generic. And they said that this is from the creators of Titanfall, or developers who worked on Titanfall, and that had people hyped.
Yeah, that's what everyone was wondering.
They found here
was excited for
basically another hero shooter. Now, obviously, nobody's gotten to play the game yet, so maybe it'll turn out to be fun.
Who knows? Maybe it will be the best game ever. It'll be the best game ever. Game of the year award for all you know.
Of the thing that we've played a million times.
I'll wait and see.
If it was something closer like Titanfall and a spiritual successor of that series, I think people will be pretty hyped. But what we're looking at here is just another hero shooter with, characters with a bunch of abilities and character designs that are box standard for this genre that has not paved the road to the best reception. And we're talking about
an ad right there.
Final announcements have ranged anywhere from, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, from Naughty Dog to, Monster Hunter Wilds from the now widely popular series to, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon from Software. That was a pretty momentous occasion. So yeah, the feedback online has been incredibly vicious. And in this video,
I have seen the videos.
I've seen people talking about this, which is not a whole lot.
But now they're radio silent.
Disconcerting. Keep in mind that Highguard comes out on January 26th, 2026.
We got like 2 weeks.
That is 2 weeks as of the recording of this video, January 12th, 2026. You would think that at this stage, we would have seen a lot more marketing for this game, given that it has a lot
either they're like planning to cancel this game,
audiences. You think they would have shown some kind of like big gameplay overview that really highlights all of the features that, can possibly make this game fun. but there's been nothing of the sort. Now, if you're someone who's frustrated by the state of the games industry and are in the mentality of, fine, I'll do it myself, and want to get educated on the technology that allows you to make games yourself, that brings us to
well, since he's going to be doing his own acting, I'm going to say this right now, that
an intuitive and accessible way to learn the skill sets you need to pursue jobs in an ever-evolving digital and technological
They're going to do something in the last week.
Right now, with the current volatile economic landscape and how many employment opportunities currently provide low salaries, lack of flexibility.
I'm sure somebody tells me that maybe at the final week they're going to start announcing
in demand, flexible when it comes to going remote, and doesn't require a degree, just the skill points that can be granted by triple 10.
If not, then somehow this is going to release. They're hoping this releases and just gets it out the door.
Disciplines such as quality assurance, which gets you paid for finding bugs and stress testing video games and whatnot. UX and UI design to help you design the next killer game.
Like I said,
software engineering.
They're going to just cancel the game outright and never release it, which could be a bad thing because
areas like the game industry.
At that point, they're going to lay off a lot of people because this is like the first company they're going to be in, and this is the first game they brought out.
Real deal.
So who knows what's going to happen?
The only
but if it does come out, I presume it's going to be at least a week before it starts dying off with players. And then if it does go the way of Concord, it will die off.
And if you don't
in 2 weeks,
100% money back guarantee.
Unless I'm wrong, then
you don't have to have any prior experience in any of these fields either.
Probably 2 or 3 days,
including beginners.
A week to be generous.
To allow you to go through.
Who knows? I might be wrong.
You're comfortable with.
We'll wait and see.
If you're ready for a career upgrade, click my link in the description.
And if it is good, I may check it out just for the channel for like a day, and that's about it.
And
we'll see that.
Get a 30% discount on your tuition. So, start your new game plus today. All right, so back to the recent developments surrounding Highguard, or the lack thereof.
There's nothing about it right now.
This game was announced back in December 11th, 2025. Going to social media pages like Highguard's Twitter account, you'll see that if you look through their page, there's almost nothing here, and their last post was from December 11th, 2025, which is the day that Highguard got announced. All they have here is
when they announced it,
trailer
I don't think
and
they
messages surrounding the announcement.
Everybody to hate it so bad.
Literally posted absolutely nothing since the game's announcement, and it comes out in 2 weeks. Same thing goes for if you go to their YouTube channel and browse their videos. There's just a single upload here, which is their official reveal trailer from December 11th, 2025.
They haven't done anything.
Next up, let's check out their official website, where there's also a whole lot of nothing. If you scroll down here, all you'll find is a countdown that says 15 days until launch.
50 days.
There's some, neat graphics and GIFs and whatnot, but there's nothing here really in the way of information about the game.
I'm going to say my other theory in my head by the end of this video.
Insight into what they can expect with this title, and if there's more to it than the kind of typical
that face does not look good on this character. Look at him, he's screaming.
Because if there's more to Highguard than meets the eye, the trailer certainly didn't do a good job of showing that. So yeah, for the folks who did remember Highguard, the discussion has become, why are we hearing absolutely nothing about this game? What the hell exactly
just watching this video before I started,
social media, we've got
actually was wondering, Highguard, what the heck, why is the randomly silence?
Paying 7 figures to debut at the Game Awards. And yes, it's true that, like a couple minutes trailer at the Game Awards can cost millions. Highguard has yet to post anything on social media. The game launches in less than 3 weeks. That was a week ago, back in January 6th, 2026.
They spent a lot of money.
Oh yeah, what the hell is going on with that game? And people are very curious
there's also the thing about delaying it as well.
Also, Jake makes a good point here. And so yeah, millions of views and tens of thousands of likes, and people just are anticipating that the game will end up failing if this is the level of marketing we're seeing from the title, which is absolutely none. And another week would pass, and major outlets like Digzerto are reporting what everyone else is kind of wondering about this game out of just morbid curiosity, I suppose. Digzerto says right here, Highguard haven't posted on social media since the reveal trailer at the Game Awards. The game is set to release
something
in 2 weeks.
Has to come. They have to do something.
Calling this whole situation a mystery and discussing what it could mean that we haven't heard a single piece.
Something has to be happening behind the scenes.
2 weeks from launch. This kind of complete and utter silence is unprecedented for such a major release, especially when
we haven't heard
this
anything.
is an indie development studio from
even heck, I think even Concord
riding on the success of this
I think even Concord announced some stuff
it's doomed to fail because the first impression was just that poor. As for what it means for Highguard to be this completely silent just 2 weeks before launch, for them to have not posted a single social media
they have to do
post or
something,
made
or
a single marketing
make an announcement that's going to be delayed.
The trailer that released on December 11th, 2025, since the game's announcement. Well, there are three possibilities. The least likely one is, the game got canceled. That is impossible given how close it is to launch. They'll definitely want to release it and hope for the best. Right. The second possibility is that they're just keeping their heads down as they weather out this PR nightmare.
That's one way.
The backlash is so bad that they feel the necessity to just be quiet.
They don't want to say anything.
Quote unquote, shadow drop this thing. Though you can't really call it a shadow drop since the game was announced a month prior to its launch. So people are very much aware of Highguard's existence. The issue is that there's a complete lack of interest and also a sense of disappointment that this is the game that Titanfall and Apex Legends developers worked on. But yeah, maybe their train of thought is it's better to keep our heads down and just launch the game without trying too hard to appeal to audiences who have already made up their minds about the game from the trailer, and just let them experience the game and then come out and start promoting the game more as people get acclimated with the game because of the PR damage that's been done. But the issue with that is that you run a very high risk that at launch, people won't know that your game even exists, that people will forget your game if you don't market it. But because of the bad impression that they've already made, even if they marketed the hell out of this game, it's very possible that Highguard will still not garner the audience that it wants because of the fatigue surrounding hero shooters. Because
I think there's going to be layoffs. There's going to be a lot of layoffs happening.
If Highguard doesn't do anything special for it to stand out amongst the competition, then yeah, it's doomed no matter how much they market this title. Now, Highguard is free to play, so people will at least be able to try it and determine for themselves whether this game is fun and does.
Like I said, I'm going to check it out. If I hear some good news about it,
out from the pack in some way,
I'm not going to go off straight away.
Highguard ultimately doesn't end up garnering the level of appeal that the developers wanted to. It being a free-to-play live service means that if players don't engage with it and don't spend money on it, then Highguard is going to die off very quickly. Free-to-play live services in particular rely on huge volumes of players who both play the game and also engage with the monetization. That's the only way free-to-play games make money. And the problem with Highguard right now is that the marketing went so poorly that the interest surrounding this game has utterly tanked. And also the lack of marketing means that people who forgot about this game will probably not remember.
Yeah, they're not going to buy until videos start popping up.
Will start marketing this game. Maybe they'll release some kind of like gameplay overview that really highlights the features that make this game a little more special. And maybe that will get people more hyped if they show some unique elements.
Or the video may turn out badly and it's going to be worse.
Something more here than your other hero shooters. And that trailer will have to impress big time in order for them to be able to completely flip the narrative surrounding this game. And I just don't see that happening unless they really kept their cards close to their chest with that trailer and they really showed absolutely nothing. And then there's a third possibility that maybe Highguard got delayed, which is why the developers don't feel the need to market this game heavily, though the fact that they haven't announced a delay and we're 2 weeks out from launch is sus if it is the case that they're planning to delay this game. And also, even if they do delay the game, will that actually help in selling this game to the masses?
Yeah, people will probably keep an eye on it, at least.
Like, what would the delay be used for? What would they do to the game to try to make it something more presentable that will get people hyped for this? Will they overhaul aspects of the game, the visuals, the gameplay? I don't know if there is a need for that or the possibility of that, because the game is what it is, and it being announced so close to launch means that Highguard is likely pretty much complete. And because they haven't shown much of the game, like, what is there to overhaul that will allow people to perceive Highguard as overhauled if that were to happen?
Different from any other
people don't even know what is being overhauled, because
now unless it's going to be like Battlefield and like
at all outside of that
transform the map once we start.
That's the thing with Highguard. It feels like it's caught between a rock and a hard place where no matter what they do, they cannot win back audiences unless the game itself proves to be so fun and so compelling and so much more than people were expecting based on what they saw in the trailer.
That's the only way.
Mouth begins to spread
just put the chickens in the basket
and
right now.
Slowly we start to see people trickle into this game until it blows up. If the possibility of that exists, if Highguard truly is more than what we were shown. The odds of that for me don't seem particularly high, but I don't know. I've been surprised before, so maybe the developers of Highguard, the folks who worked on games like Titanfall.
Like I said, I'll wait before I try it out.
I'll be able to pull it off. But I don't know. This whole situation is just weird. It just doesn't make for a good impression when you don't talk about your game at all since announcement and you're 2 weeks away from launch. It either makes people nervous about, the status of this product. It just creates a sense of ominous foreboding when you go radio silent and you're 2 weeks before launch, because that is truly unprecedented. Normally, especially if you're a brand new studio.
Like I said, I think even Concord were like announcing this.
Want to,
to let people know what it is.
People as possible know that your game is coming out. But you'd be hard pressed to know that this game even exists. You'd be hard pressed to remember that it was even announced, due to how radio silent this has been, combined with how little hype there is surrounding this title. But I suppose only time will tell how all this will pan out.
Alright, so I'm going to leave it there since it's about to be the end of the video. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Highguard. But like I said, as I said before, when they compared to the Game Awards, it should have been a palate cleanser before the final 3. I already made that thing already. But either way, I don't know what's going to happen because Highguard has been announced. And like I said, when I saw the title of this video, I was, oh right, Highguard. But that was going on. There was like there was like radio silence entirely. Haven't seen anything about it. I heard people talking about this a little bit, but I completely put that out of my mind. And I don't even know if this game is even going to come out. Like I said, it might come out. It will come out more likely because they cannot like not take this game out, because if they don't put anything out, then at that point it just shows that they really realize that they effed up, and that's probably we're gonna be seeing some layoffs happening on that company. And it's just a shame because it's a freaking Titanfall company happening. And it's a game that they should... In fact, it should have been like a Titanfall-like game. Some Titanfall-like... If they made like probably a raw hero shooter with Titanfall mechanics, maybe it would have been better. But even still, just like I said, the possibilities are it's either going to be delayed, which if it is delayed, they should have announced it by now and then pushed that thing wherever. Push the date wherever it's supposed to happen. It's going to be canceled, which is also one thing I already said. But if it is canceled, they should announce it. Or they're basically what he just said, that they're hiding right now. They're hoping that nobody would notice, and then they'll put it out, and then that way it wouldn't be as bad. Because if they put up any other trailers, people are going to be looking at, they're going to be criticizing the trailers, and they're going to be unhappy. Or they might actually put up on the final week announcing the trailers to let everybody know that it's coming out. Because right now, we already saw Highguard's freaking page already. So something has to happen. Either they're going to announce cancellation, they're going to delay it, they're going to basically just hide it around it and hopefully nobody knows this, or they will basically start announcing trailers at the final week. That's the only thing that's going to happen. And if it does get announced, I think it'll last at least a week. Like I said, I'm being generous here. Before the game starts dying off, or gets like, say, hey, we can't support this game anymore, we're going to shut it down now. Like, if it does get shut down, then I give it at least a week before they decide to do that. Who knows? I don't know, but until they start announcing it, until they start showing some things, nobody's going to be playing this. I mean, there's like so many... I mean, I have to agree, there's like so many hero shooters out there. So many hero shooters out lately that barely any of the game, that literally is just so saturated that nobody wants to play these kind of games right now anymore. It's just we're also tired. We want games that we can play. Bring us more single-player games. Bring us more games that's going to bring us in. Start making something new. We don't want the same copy-paste things. I mean, literally, Mario Rivals managed to succeed by bringing in some fresh new stuff in there. That one, Mario Rivals was actually doing good. Now it's not doing... Now, of course, it goes down on the... It goes down and up every once in a while, but they at least do something to make it fresh. These other shooters, they're just... Here you go. Put out the door and just hope for the best. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see when Highguard comes out. Like I said, I'm going to wait before I try it out. If other people say that it's not good, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not saying I will play. I'm just saying I'm just going to wait until other people's feedback. Because I'm an idiot. And games that I play, unless it really starts making me bored out of my mind, I'm not going to basically play it. So, yeah, I'm kind of an idiot when I play games. My brain just goes with playing games mode. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the situation. Do you think Highguard is canceled? Do you think it's going to be delayed? Do you think there will be videos, trailers coming out the final week? Or do you think they won't announce anything and just wait and just pop it out that day and just be done with it? Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. And also, by the time this video comes out, do you think they have already done something? Already announced a trailer? We'll see. And do you think will this be the best game in the world, or will it be the worst game and will it end like Concord? Who knows? And how long do you think it will survive? Let me know in the comments as well. And right now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, subscribe down below to join my dark army, because you literally have no choice at all. Literally, you guys have no other choice. I mean, if you had a choice, then you're wrong entirely. Like and share the video to help spread my influence around. Glaze it around and help my influence grow. Take that as you will. And also don't forget to press the black bell button to be notified when my videos pop up, because you know the shebang by now. I sometimes forget. Younger sibling. Sorry, I made another video today, if you haven't seen that yet. Younger sibling takes over. YouTube channel doesn't bother to announce my channel, you know, those shebang. And don't forget to check your profiles on YouTube, because there's restricted mode. And if it's on for you guys, turn that off, because remove my videos from your feed. Alright, that's about it. And right now, my dog means dismissed.